How you guys doing today? Today, I want to talk about the best way to react to a debt collection letter. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector, a subsidiary of Clear and Strategic. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from management to owning 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 10 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. For those of you who are new to this channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's go. When a debt collection letter comes in the mail, when I was younger, all I would see people do is throw it away. That is the number one thing I tell every single client that I have. If you get a debt collection letter in the mail, never, ever, ever throw it away. It's important that you never throw that information away. And the reason why is because in that letter, there's a bunch of vital information. Like for once, I'm going to show you a debt collection letter that I had a long time ago. It was probably like in 2014. But I want you guys to see what it is saying on these debt collection letters and why it's so important that you don't throw it away. Number one, let me grab my pointer here. Right off the bat in the beginning of the letter, and this is the bottom of the letter. I took a picture of it and I'm gonna let you guys see it. But right here it says this is an attempt to collect the debt. Any information will be used for that purpose. That is what we call a mini memorandum. Anybody in the debt collection world or whatnot, back at this time, we didn't have to say that. You just put it in a letter or whatnot. But now law has changed to where when a debt collection company calls you, a lot of times they have to state the mini memorandum. But even further, as you can see, it says right here, unless you notify this office within 30 days after receiving this notice that you dispute the validity of this debt or any portion thereof, we will assume the debt is valid. So if you throw away your letter, the debt collection agency can assume that that debt is valid. Typically, once they can say that it is valid, then they can place it on your credit report. And so by throwing away that letter, it's the dumbest thing you can do because you lose your rights with regards to the letter itself. Typically, when a demand letter is sent in the mail, you have 30 days to respond to that demand letter, the first letter that they send. By law, every collection agency, whether they purchase the account or they get it on a contingency basis, they have to send out what is called a demand letter. It gives you as a consumer 30 days to dispute the validity of the debt. But if you get that letter in the mail, you throw it out, automatically, after that 30 days, the debt is considered valid, as you can see within that letter that I showed you guys. And at that point in time, they could place it on your credit. But if you got it beforehand, not only could you dispute the validity and make them have to verify the debt and send you a signed contract or show some type of statements or something from the account, which buys you even more time. Secondly, if you know it is in fact your debt, if you got that demand letter in the mail, you can pay it within that 30-day time span and the account will never hit your credit report. So you pay it off, you get your paid in full letter, and it's done with regards to the account directly. That's why I say it's so important to never throw away any letter that you get or any correspondence from a collection agency. Because a lot of times in that small print, it'll explain to you why it's important that you should not miss that. Now, if you like the information I'm giving you and you have not already, be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, as well as like this video so that it can get out to more and more individuals. Secondly, I have a copy of a letter that I personally, myself, I still get from a debt collection agency. I'm going to show you that right now. So let me make this big. It has my information on there, but nevertheless, let me make it big so you guys can see it. Here, as you can see, this is what we consider a blind settlement. It's a letter that's sent out to consumers to pay your debt. It's a blind settlement. So they've never talked to you on the phone, but they figure maybe sending you a blind settlement in the mail stating that you have this account and that you owe it, and giving you a settlement with regards to the amount that you owe, you know, cutting off some of the balance. A lot of times, I know consumers, we sent out blind settlements all the time, and every once in a blue moon, 2 or 3%, depending on how many letters we send out, will just automatically take us up on the offer and send a check and send it right in the mail with regards to that. But let me pull this back up. But as you can see in this letter here, it's very vital to read the information, right? Here they're giving a 55% discount. They're giving you a one payment of $580, whatever. That's irrelevant. Now, if you read the print with regards to this, obviously right here, we have the mini Miranda. This is an attempt to collect the data information we use for that purpose. This communication from a debt collector, see reverse side for additional information. We'll get back to that. But ultimately, if you notice right here, which when you're looking at stuff, a lot of times we don't see it. But this information right here is very key. It says the law limits how long you can be sued on a debt. Because the age of your debt, we will not sue you for it. And we will not report it to any credit reporting agencies. Very key why that happens, right? Because this is a debt that's probably from back in 2007. And in today is 2022, and I still receive responses from them. But within those letters, if you throw it away, you may not know exactly what it is that they can do. But in that letter, like I showed you, it shows that they can't sue me and they can't place it on my credit report. So do I pay it? At that point in time, it just depends on who you are, right? Personally, me, obviously they're still sending it to me. I'm not going to pay it. I wouldn't recommend any client pay it. But I do have people who just say, hey, you know what? I owed this debt. Now I can pay it. I'm going to pay it with regards to that. And, kudos to you for doing that. But the reality is within those letters, it always tells the information of what they can and cannot do. And this is a newer letter. So a lot of debt collection agencies, if you're sending out information with regard, or you're receiving a demand letter or a blind settlement or whatever the circumstance is, if you're receiving correspondence from a debt collection company, you open the letter. In the letter now, especially companies that are compliant, they have to detail everything that they planned on doing. They have to let you know that they're a debt collection company. This is a debt that they're trying to collect on. And they have to give you, obviously, the original creditor, the account number, the balance that's showing that you owe, and then whatever it is that they're stating they can do for you with regards to that. And so it's very, very vital that you look at all of that information. Now, I want to give every single one of you guys opportunity for a free 20-minute consultation. Down below, there's a link. Click it. Sign up for that. Credit repair is just not another bill. It is a down payment on your future. Sign up for that free 20-minute credit repair consultation with me directly, and we can see what we can do. If you're in the 4s, the 5s, or the 6s, we can get you where you need to be. So be sure to sign up down below. Lastly, the last thing I want to show you with regards to that the second letter that I showed you is the back side of that letter. A lot of times when we get these letters, we don't read the back side of the letter. The back side of the letter will explain a lot of stuff as well. So as you can see in California, it basically tells you this Rosenthal Fair Debt Practices Act and the Federal Debt Collection Practice Act requires that, except under unusual circumstances, collectors may not contact you. So it gives you a lot of the laws that they do. And then if they break any of those laws, they even give you the number to call with regards to it. So this company in particular, it tells you in California, in Colorado, in Massachusetts, Minnesota, Tennessee, Utah, and North Carolina. The reason why it's showing those states, because obviously those are the states in which that debt collection company can collect on. And as we know, every single state have different laws with regards to collections, right? In Ohio, they can sue you and go after you, I believe, for up to about 10 years. In the state of California, after 3 years, they cannot sue you anymore. So it depends on what state you're in and what the laws state that you can do. But most of these debt collection companies, especially in today's time and age in 2022, they're going to give you, they have to be honest with you with regards to what's going on. So a quick recap, very important. You get any correspondence from a debt collection company, what do? You open it, you read it, you read the fine print, you read everything about what is being said in that letter so that way you'll know how to act accordingly. You don't want to lose any of your rights or or not understand what's transpiring before actually contacting that company. So you get a demand letter in the mail, read it, Make sure and understand you have 30 days to dispute the validity of that debt. If you throw it away, you can't read that, you would never know, and it's placed on your credit report. There's a lot of stuff that you can do beforehand, before an account is placed on your credit report, to help you to take care of the debt in general, right? So they give you time frames with regards to that. It helps prolong your time and so forth. If you throw it away, you just don't know. Now, if you have any questions about credit or debt, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And as I always state, you be great.